massive operation didn't only call for closing off all these streets and putting out the fire, but also evacuating all of the nearby buildings. Now, I'm with two tourists here who came here from India. They were staying in the nearby hotel, and you guys said that you saw everything come down. Can you explain the scene for me?
So I was getting ready for my flight. Around 7:30, 7:40, I heard a big thud as something's fallen from the big height. And when I looked out of my window, I could see the fire right up there on this platform. And within a few minutes, we got a call from the intercom from our fire director of the hotel. He says, don't be standing near the windows on that side and stay in the room. Because he said there's a possibility that there's a fire there and the crane might fall on the hotel.
So your hotel room, your window was on 10th Avenue here, so you were able to get a good view?
Exactly, yeah. My room faces on the 41st, not this side, on the 41st. So the construction I could see right on top, and the fire was in full blaze by the time I saw outside.
And what was it like evacuating you guys? Was it chaotic?
Excellent, very organized. We got a constant information from the hotel director, fire director. First he told us stay in the room, then he told us okay now please evacuate, take all the essentials, and if you can't take the lift, take the steps from the sea and come down and come on the 42nd Street. Very organized. Yeah, it was very excellent.
I remember we were talking before, and he had said that, I asked you if you were scared at all, and you said that, you were actually impressed, seeing New York City come together in crisis and the first responders.
It's amazing. Fire department, police department, first responders, the people from the hospital, the essential services, they all just converged on the spot, made us all safe, and I feel as a tourist, as a visiting person, as a New Yorker, I should feel very proud that these are people looking after us. I'm very proud.
And you guys have a flight to catch back to India at 12, but they're not letting you back in the hotel.
Yeah, so what happened, I was getting ready for my flight. So, I'm right opposite, the fire has taken place. So I am on 8th floor. So if you can see, we could hear a loud sound. Then I saw, I looked out of the window. We could see, I could see that, white color rods, in case if the camera can show, two of the rods fell down and there are cracks in the windows. So immediately hotel people started, made announcement for evacuation. And they asked us to evacuate through stairs, not to use elevator at this particular point of time and leave everything behind and, evacuate through stairs. And we took essentials only, passport and the things required, and immediately and well organized evacuation, and really should appreciate the people working on within minutes, we could see, because we were horrified when I had seen this fire, the black big flames coming out and the cracks into the windows. If you can see, on this terrace, they're down, the white rods fell down. And within minutes,
you saw debris fall down?
Yes,
you saw debris
still, if you can get to shoot from there, you can still see from there. And then, within minutes, people have done fabulous job and, have extinguished completely.
So initially, you were scared and shocked, but because of the response from the first responders, it eased any concern.
Absolutely, it is.
The hotel fire director, he was all the time on intercom. So every 3 minutes, we got an announcement. First, he says, stay in the room, don't leave the room, stay away from the window. And after 5 minutes, he said, okay, now you can all evacuate. Take the steps, take all the essentials. Because in a rush, you may leave your passport behind, you may leave your credit card behind. And if you're a tourist without passport, you got no legs here.
So you were kept up to date throughout the entire process. You weren't left in the dark throughout this entire thing. So you were great. So all concerns were swept away.
Excellent. I'm so happy. It's a crisis, let's be honest. But to see the team working together, it makes me feel so safe in the city.
We're standing safe over here. In fact, no chaos out here, instead of, in spite of such big fire. I mean, we are feeling so safe because of all these people working so hard, and within minutes, the big flames went, it extinguished, so it is commendable. So,
Thank you guys, and I'm glad you're safe.